both James and Leighton. So James and Leighton from Fletcher Steel. I know a number of the Fletcher Building Group's divisions have gone through a range of the micro-credential courses, including leadership, assertiveness, and the money confidence courses, as well as preparing for home ownership. There's a substantial investment in time for your people being away from the shop floor. Why have you made that investment, and has there been a payoff for your business?
Yeah, certainly, and thank you for the opportunity, Minister, to talk to you and everyone else this morning. Leighton will talk a bit more around that for the team, but for me, when we first had this opportunity a few years ago, you're right, it's a significant amount of organisational time and resourcing into it. I didn't make a fancy business case, I didn't persuade people about the benefits. It's one of those things you come across that you intuitively know will land. And you made the point just a few minutes ago around that blurred lines between what we do in the workplace and the benefits it has in the communities. And that was very much our approach. We don't prescribe the programs that people go on. We don't set modules. We really rely on the feedback we get from our provider and the employees as to what's going to land. But I know it has an impact, and we'll talk a bit more around that. I think the other point that I want to make is that, this is with hand on heart, one of the best parts of my job. We have graduations a couple of times a year, and to going along and to seeing people receive the certificates for, could be the computer course or whatever it is, how it's actually making a difference for them in the workplace, but for them at home as well. So for us as a business, it does have tangible impact, but actually as part of our obligation, our commitment to our communities as well, it really lands there as well. So something we're really proud to be part of, and if we can, we only want to see it doing more and more.
Yeah, so as James said, we've committed like 2 hours a week towards the Project Ikuna courses when they're running. Initially, it was like, there's a fair bit of time out of our week for production, but after the first or second course, it was just the benefits from it just outweighed what the time spent was. So we noticed like a huge uptick in confidence in our guys and talking, and health and safety is like our biggest thing at Fletcher's, right? We want to make sure our people go home safe, and a lot of that comes down to communication and just the influx of safety observations and walks the guys were doing straight after these courses just made it enough for me to really want to keep driving these courses. So that was one big thing for us. Engagement as well in our surveys, like our business in particular is quite far above the average at Fletcher Building in terms of employee engagement. And a lot of that comes down to, in the commenters around the training we're providing them, and that is the Project Ikuna training. Talking to the guys, after every course we do in our share meetings and stuff, the feedback we're getting from this course is like unlike any other feedback I've seen with any Fletcher Building course in the 15 years I've been there. So I think it's just a massive benefit. The guys always talk about what they're learning and how they're using it at home as well. So, they're teaching their kids some of the tools that they're learning in these courses, which to me is just huge. So, yeah.
I didn't pay him, I promise. Right, we're on the home stretch, Koto Ma. Finally, a question for Wok. Steve, I hear that you recently graduated from doing several future-ready leadership micro-credentials. Can you tell us about your experience with the courses and what did you gain out of doing them?
Morning, everyone. I'm surprised they saved the best to last. Before I answer your questions, I just want to say something to you guys. I'll share a bit of a story. That this is actually my first time standing before you, standing in front of the audience. So now this is my audience now. Yeah. Before I moved on, I want to share a personal story with you guys. Last year, my daughter said to me, "Dad, why you come home late and leave home early?" And it's a thing that I never had, especially for my daughter. She's 6 years old. I was speechless. I don't know what's to say, but she's starting to tears. And I said, "Baby, why you ask that?" She said that because, Daddy, I miss you. I've never seen you in the morning. I've never seen you in the afternoon. So my questions to her is that, do you have a roof over your head? She said, yeah, I think so. Is your tummy full? Yeah, I think so. Is your back warm? She said, yeah, I think so. But why do you think of that? why do you think you have a roof above your head and your tummy is full and your back is warm? She goes, I don't know. I said, because of daddy. Now, because of daddy, have a roof above your head and your tummy is full every day and you have a back, it's warm. Now, why I shared this story with you guys is that as a dad, it's your responsibility to look after your family. Ikuna have given me the opportunity to learn to be a better leader, not just at work, also at home. So I'm so grateful to have these courses that runs in our community, in our business, because it helps me to build my confidence, my abilities. As you can see now, I'm standing our teams here. Is because I build this confidence, these tools, these skills that we learn at our workplace is what I study. So money, confidence, and conflict is one of my best topic in our course at work. Money, confidence, we manage to spend less than a KFC. Conflict is the hardest title or topic that we learn at work. Why? Because we are islanders. You walk to that islander, you speak in front of that islander with eye contact, they give you, what the fuck are you looking at? Sorry. What are you looking at? But actually, you just listening. Sorry for the language.
Don't. I'm looking at you.
These are the eye contact that we learn at our work. Is that tells that person's that we actually listening to you. Everything that you say, I'm actually listening to you. But us islanders, 20, 50 years ago, we don't do that. We approach that person and say, oh, what are you looking at? But we're actually listening to you. So I have that opportunity at home as well. When my wife says things to me, I actually listen. I usually go like that. Yeah, okay. But now I have the opportunity to have my ears to my wife and my kid, and also at work as well. And it's a very tough one to learn that at work. But now I see a lot of huge difference at our workplace. A major huge difference. We talk in our toolbox. We have a lot of nations that stand up and talk in our toolbox to share their moment, to speak up. And that's the best thing in our workplace. As James and Leighton said, health and safety is always our priority at work. So these guys and Ikuna give their tools to these guys to speak up on their behalf. So thank you guys. I hope what I shared to you guys, that you take it to your table and think about it, and appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, before I sit down, I was actually hoping that we're gonna have some breakfast before we start. So it looks like I'm gonna buy my own KFC when I
There were plenty
Oh,
of
thank
food.
you. That's a money confidence.